Just double check. Okay, hey guys. Hold up. Let me just listen to myself on this thing. Uh, Okay, I think I sound fine. So, hey guys. Welcome back to my channel of Nekomai, the human. And yeah, welcome to my Twitch and my YouTube. So I decided to kind of like quickly react to this video because I literally just saw it right now, and I still have a bit of a time before I have to go to bed, and I thought it would be something interesting to watch. Like usually I watch like new stuff when I'm at work, but I thought it'd be an interesting video to react on my channel. So I'll be watching this How a VTuber #1 harasser turned out to be her own mother. The story of Wakaris. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna react to this video. Um, I have no idea of this VTuber or anything like that, so I don't know what I'm gonna walk into. So yeah, just a short stream because usually I stream when everyone's asleep, so no one's sleeping. So okay, let's react to this.
By now, I'm sure you're probably very familiar with a simple concept. It's the idea that whenever something becomes successful or popular, it'll naturally attract negativity. And we don't really have to go that far to find an example, because it could be the
Mhm.
cutest, most adorable little kitten imaginable. If it gains enough popularity, then it will naturally become hated by some people. And throughout the years,
Oh, hold up. Asuna! I swear to God. Asuna! Freak man! I swear to God, every time I try to do something, let me mute myself.
As many others have discussed this topic, they refer to it as the price of.
Bruh, I just realized I was ranting. I was ranting. Like I came back and I was ranting about the fucking video, and like, and I was muted the whole time. I was muted the whole time. I was just like, I came back and I was like giving my opinion about the whole thing, you know, about like people getting really like FOMO and jealous, and then how toxic they become. And I was just like, wait a second, why is my avatar not moving the mouth? I'm like, oh yeah, I fucking muted myself. I fucking muted myself. I'm like, okay, now I have to I have to do it for the third time. Okay, so like I was saying, like I get the FOMO, I get the jealousy, but like I don't know, people are just so toxic nowadays, and like, and then I hate the shit when they're like they're just like, what's the word? They're like, man, why'd they go away? Like I miss them. Like, bro, you made them go away. Isn't this what you wanted? Isn't this what you want? But like, I get it too. Like I don't know. Like I feel like back then people were just happy to see their like favorite content creator just like achieve, progress, make progress, do all this nice stuff. And like I feel like sometimes people forget that like a lot when they go into like production and stuff, like they start like improving stuff. Like it's not only like I feel like they could be spending it on some stupid bullshit on themselves, but they're like, I mean, at least for VTubers, I feel like I could be like saving for something else, but no, I'm doing it. Like it's also just a passion, but it's also just like it's just like because it's like, oh, you're passionate about this, but also you want to put in the production, you want to put and make this better because um because you want to give back to your community, you know, like you want to give back, be like, wow, thanks guys, I never thought I'd get a 3D or blah 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 blah, you know, like we keep making these like amazing things, like, you know, because I could just be like some random like Joe and not really like do a lot with my community. Like I don't know, like I feel like I could just be half-assing it, you know? But like I feel like I don't know, like people's mentalities are different, but like I kind of get it because like I feel like nowadays times are different, and I feel like people are more like self-aware of their surroundings, like technologies in their hand, and they're realizing like the world's like scorching, and like it's getting worse and it's expensive, and it's like you're barely starting your life, and like even when you're starting your life you're not really starting your life, and you're kind of stuck, and like all this junk, and like you're just like you hate to see people do better than you, like, and you're like I don't know, I feel like you're kind of like, man, what the frick is wrong with me? Like, why can't I? But it's like sometimes it's just uncontrollable. Like, entities outside just kind of like making your life ass, you know? Like, even when you do try and you're not half ass, it feels impossible. Like, I get it, like, you're jelly, and it doesn't help sometimes when, depending on the channel, like, it's like those channels, like, yo, I just hit 1 mil, blah, 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 and now I got a dubagagi. I got dubagagi and La Boo Boo 30 carat KK 30 carat, I don't know, fucking 30 carat, La Boo Boo Gold. I don't freaking know, but it's just like, I guess I get it, but I just wish things weren't like that. I wish people could just be like, well, I'm happy for them, move on. I'm happy that they don't have to struggle like I do, you know? Like, I hope what I get to achieve that, but like, I don't know. I just hate like the mind state now that people have nowadays. I don't know. It's just I look at I get FOMO, but I'm like, I never wish a bad about for someone. I'm just like, well, I'm happy for you. I'm jelly, but like, I leave it at that, you know? Like, I never go on my way to like make it known how much I hate your guts, and like, I don't think I really actually hate them. I just like, bro, I'm just so jelly, you know? But yeah, let's unpause the video, okay?
success. But what if you attract haters as a tiny content creator, as someone who is not, in society's eyes, successful? What if you have a small audience and mind your own business and somehow you still manage to attract someone who hates your guts? Well, it's a real problem.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I don't know. There's just a bajillion people out there, and someone's just gonna hate your guts. No matter what you do, like, you try not to be cringe, but you're always gonna be cringe or not cringe. They'll just hate you because they hate you. Like, they just hate the tone of your voice. They just hate the talk. They hate, like, your fucking They hate you, you know? And they make it known. Like, it's. I don't know, and then, I don't know. Fucking internet, am I right?
No, it's one thing to have 1,000 people love you and 100 hate you versus having 20 people in your chat and one person hating your guts. It's
Oi!
very demoralizing, and there's quite a few smaller or up and coming
I mean, I've only had like less than 5 people be in my chat and not really yap, but I haven't had a negative. Well, actually, like when I have posted stuff and I did cringe stuff, I got a little bit of like, well, I don't know necessarily hate, but even though it's not the most hateful stuff I got back, I'd be like, oh, it really beat me up, but I'm like, no, you're stronger than this. You're stronger. Like, I don't know, you just have, I don't know, it's hard for me to not be cringe. You know, I mean, like, it's hard for me to not, it's hard for me to I try not to be cringe, but I'm like, then I'm just like anti dull and like blah. Like, I just have to be cringe to be noticed, you know? Like, I don't know
content creators who give
if that
up
even makes
because of
sense.
this. But of course, they do so assuming that the people hating on them are total strangers, people who they never met, people who they don't know. But what if your biggest hate watcher, the person trying to demoralize you the most, the person who will make accounts to hate on you in your chat, the person who will hire people to go and find you at conventions or events, is your own mother?
What the fuck? I mean, obviously, you knew the thumbnail of the video, but like, I'm mentally putting like, imagining my mom. Like, I don't think my mom hates me. I feel like most people would be like, yeah, I think your mom might be hating on you, but like, I know my mom wants the best, even if it comes out harsh, you know, like, that's just like, Latina, like, I don't know, maybe not, I don't know, that's just the way my mom's been brought up by her family, but I know my mom doesn't hate me, like, I know she wants, why am I kinda crying? It's just like, it's hard to believe a mom would actually hate your guts that bad, you know, like, damn, we haven't even gotten the video, I'm already getting fucking emotional. I'm sorry, I had an emotional day today, like, I'm gonna post a video.
Yes, the woman who literally birthed you, the person who's supposed to
Like, obviously, I know there's bad moms out there. It's just like, God.
love you unconditionally when no one else would. It sounds ridiculous, right? Almost unbelievable. But unfortunately, that's exactly what
Ooh, I like their character. It looks pretty like I don't know. I just like it. It's very cute.
To the VTuber Wakarasu Choro. Her mother was such a hater that Choro decided to just straight up leave and go live by herself to avoid her, and just as people thought that she might have finally found peace, her mother of course took it to ridiculous levels, eventually forcing her to stop all VTuber activities because of her fear for her own safety.
What the fuck? Cause like, well, actually, like, I'm thinking about it right now. Like, um, I've heard, like, sometimes I watch, like, crime stuff and blah, 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 right? Like, on YouTube. And they talk about how, like, how bad stalkers are and, like, how impossible, like, it is to deal with them. And, like, once you have them, it's just kind of hard to, like, get rid of them. And, like, the police and stuff aren't really helpful. But, like, one thing is scary about, like, one thing scary about like stalkers stalking you, right? Like they don't know you in the beginning. They don't know stuff. They have to look for stuff and like blah blah blah. But like for your mom to be your stalker and harasser, like that's just kind of crazy because it's like if you have especially like a competent mom that knows technology and knows everything about you, all your friends and all this and that, and they're like your hater and they're like harassing you, I feel like that's gotta be hell. Oh, and then they pull the tactics, they're like, well, I'm their mom. Or no, if they do, I think there's like a law or something. I mean, I don't know if this is the US or something. Or I think in Japan they do this where they're like, oh, we're not gonna deal with that because it's domestic, because it's family members and stuff like that. So they're not gonna deal with that because they're like, oh, that's family matter. Like I feel like that's what makes it worse. Like if they did find out it was their mom and they try to report them, they'd be like, but I'm their mom, like I'm their mom, and like I know best, and she was just blah 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 blah, and then they pull the that's is it domestic the right word, but like that it's just like a family problem they have to deal with, like I think I remember hearing that about like one of the crime stuff, so yeah.
You really, unfortunately, cannot make this shit up. And seeing how the story has started to resurface recently, I figured we had to talk about it. So let's do this. But first, a quick sponsor. After a long and exhausting day
Sorry,
of being
Mujen.
employed, there's no better feeling than getting on your favorite
I'm not watching ads.
and the pinned comment. Alright, so first things first, this story had concluded back in May of 2025. However, on May 2nd, 2026, the account Anime Trends on Twitter would make a post talking about it as if it had happened recently, garnering hundreds of thousands of views and a lot of engagement. 11 hours later, on
I
that
really like
same
their
day,
character.
a
It's very
Facebook page
cute.
would take that same image used by Anime Trends, add its own watermark over it, and kind of say the same thing in the description. By May 8th, this had also reached Reddit. So there's a good chance you might have heard of it already. But none of these posts really dive deep into exactly what happened. That's what this video is for. And so I'm sure you're wondering, who the hell is Wakarashi Choro, the person at the center of this incident? Well, she was a part of the Japanese VTuber agency by the name of
And she
Shinsegae,
was in the
an
agency.
that my channel already has some history with. That's because as I was scrolling through their list of talents, someone seemed very familiar. Someone that I had made a
did they
video
like?
on in the past. And
Wait! I think I watched. What the frick? That's them. They're They did the. I forgot in what game was it, Splatoon or something? They did something like they put naked mods or something. I can't remember, but I think maybe it was Mujang's video I watched about this. But I think it was something about Splatoon. And I fucking love Splatoon. Like what the fuck were you thinking, dude? Like
actually ended up being the only video on my channel that got age restricted. And that is, of course, none other than the VTuber Tomeru Ikinone. She had used the colors in the game Splatoon 3 as a green screen to stream adult videos live.
oh yeah, you're actually fucked for that, dude. Why would you do that? That's like such a kid's game,
On YouTube. This was such a big deal at the
You
time back in
fucking YouTube
2022
and
that
Nintendo.
even
Why
Nintendo
fucking Nintendo, dude? Like you're just asking to get a lawsuit. Like Nintendo's notorious for like like getting stuff done.
had to make a statement
They're
about
like
it,
the
saying that
mafia
they
of
don't
the
support
gaming
any of these actions.
industry.
This even forced her own agency to apologize, but when she apologized, She ended up wearing a dinosaur costume before her entire channel got suspended. And while, yes, what she did was definitely crazy, it doesn't mean that all the talents here are crazy as well, all right?
Yeah,
This VTuber
I
agency
hope
works like
so.
any other agency. You have waves. So Tamara was part of the first wave. There's also
Oh,
a
it's kind of
second wave
cold.
and a third wave. Wakarase Choro had actually joined them in the beginning of 2023. Her debut date, the first time she ever streamed, was on the 21st of January 2023. Now look, by no means would she become the biggest VTuber on the planet, but throughout her tenure, she would build quite a loyal audience, and they seemed to enjoy her streams very much. She also would grow in a fairly healthy way. On the day of her debut, she would go from 0 to 1,000 subscribers. And by September of that same year, within 9 months, she would surpass 10,000 subscribers. Very healthy growth for someone who had just started. However, after reaching that very impressive milestone of 10,000 subscribers, her streams would all of a sudden become way more sporadic, way more inconsistent. She would take a lot of time off, then come back randomly, with no explanation, confusing her community that's so tight knit, while also, of course,
Bro,
making
I'm
them
looking at
worry
her
about her.
juice and I'm
The audience would be
thirsty.
left in the dark until February 2024, when Choro
I
would
want
decide to go live
juice.
with a stream that didn't really match anything she's done before. Kind of like a PowerPoint presentation where she even put glasses on her model. In it, she would reveal for the first time the situation with her mother, about how much it was affecting her, and detailing the toxic dynamic that was present between them. The first PowerPoint slide of the stream would make it very clear what it was about. It would
I
say,
can't read.
Wakarase Choro's decision, the reason why I wasn't able to stream much since around November of last year, and the reason why I had been thinking about quitting as a VTuber, I will tell you everything. She'd say how bad she felt for not streaming for a while, for being so sporadic, and about how nervous she was going live with the stream. This is when she'd pull up the next PowerPoint slide, and it would say, Reason, my mother's abnormal level of over interference. Number one, a mother who imposes her own ideals onto
You
others.
know, this kind
Number
of reminds me. Okay, well, maybe not the whole thing, but it reminds me of like. I don't know if you've ever heard of. I'm sorry if I butcher this, but the Venus Angelico. You know, I don't know if you ever remember that YouTuber, but I remember I used to watch them when I was really young. And I was like, wow. It was like during my weeb phase. Like, I was a little bit of a weeb. I was very mesmerized with Japanese culture, you know? But I used to watch their videos a lot, and it was kind of crazy. Like, I was there when I was hearing about the drama stuff, like when she was announcing it. So, like, back then, I don't I don't think there was a lot of drama channels dedicated towards that type of stuff. I feel like the only drama channels they had back then that were like people like cared or was very popular was when they would do drama channels about like James Charles or like Shane Dawson, and like there's like this one like really popular like channel I used to watch, everyone watch. I forgot. They were like they were like those like PNG tubers, basically. I guess the best way I can say it. They would have like their little character, and it would like move their lips sometimes. You know, like I don't freaking know, but like before the PNG technology existed back then. I mean, maybe it existed. I just didn't know about it. But like people actually had to edit that stuff. You know, but. I remember I used to watch it on those channels where like they would talk about like YouTuber dramas, but they never did her stuff or like other kind of like niche. But they're like popular but niche, like niche kind of drama. But I remember like finding out like her mom was like very controlling, and like I thought like oh she herself wanted to be the doll, but it seemed like her mom was kind of projecting and kind of like making her like I don't know, make her do that so she could live vicariously through her, you know? Like or I don't know, like to me sometimes it kind of felt like she was just like oh, she just wants to be famous. I don't know, she was actually like obsessed with like Japanese culture and stuff like that cuz I felt like it was her daughter, but like her mom just kind of like I don't know. I don't think she really got it, but when I don't know. I even remember she when her daughter like outed her for like what she did because she tried stealing her accounts and like blah 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 this and that, and like I remember she tried to upload on her channel, I think on her main channel or the channel that like she took from her daughter, um and she started posting stuff trying to be like her, like, oh, I'm a living doll too, you know, like, but like her mom was very controlling and told her what to do. Like it almost, I don't think it was like exactly like the Ryan's toy review type of stuff, but it's kind of crazy when parents are like that. No, I don't know if I know they're controlling, but not the way that Venus was like controlled. You know, it almost like her life kind of. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like I'm like correlating a lot of stuff because like then I'm like she kind of Loki Venus kind of reminds me of what's that lady? That lady, what's her name? Like oh my god, what the fuck is her name? Like, I fucking know her because everyone talked about her. Like, I want to say her name, but I feel like at this point I might have to describe. You know that one girl who killed her mom because she was like drugging her so she would stay ill and people would keep donating to them and like she lost her teeth and like she really thought she was like actually ill but her mom was just purposely making her more and more sick so she could get money and attention and stuff like that, you know, like her mom was very very controlling, like didn't let her like talk to men and stuff like that and was like what's it called, kind of kept her like very like mentally like I think it was because of the drugs too, but like made her seem like a lot like purposely made her kind of like all innocent and stuff like that, you know, like as if she was like a child, you know. I think that's kind of like sort of like Venus. I don't know if she necessarily made her like act like a child, but you could tell she was very because she was homeschooled too. But I think both of them were homeschooled. Not saying that like homeschooling is bad or anything, but it's just like it depends on the parent you get that homeschool and becomes your teacher because I feel like a lot of the parents that do homeschool their children, I don't think they necessarily actually really school them. You know, I think they just keep them home. You know, but like they kind of keep them ignorant and in this bubble and never really let them like discover and learn on their own, and they just kind of become very like not that bright and kind of like I don't know, but like purposely though they do it and like you know they I don't know and then kind of like make them like be reliant on them and stuck in this like loop of like I need my mom, I need my mom, I need my mom, and like um I'm too scared of blah blah blah, and like my also like when you do try to, your parents don't encourage you or don't try to like show you, they just don't want to show you and you never learn, you know. And even when you try to go your way out of like rebellious, like they make it impossible for you to actually learn, you know, like do whatever it takes so you don't like get better in life and leave them, you know.
2, she constantly interferes with my appearance and hobbies, saying things like, do it this way, or you won't be cute unless you do this. This was everyday stuff according to her. Number 3, if I didn't act the way she wanted, she would excessively insult and verbally abuse me and throw
Exactly,
tantrums.
dude. Like that mental gymnastics is what I'm kind of talking about. I mean, maybe I didn't mention, but it was in my head. Okay, they purposely like when you don't do, you get punished, and like you get like you know, like that psychological shit. You know.
And number 4, even when I told her she was the source of my stress, my mother would justify herself saying she was doing it for my sake, then go
Yep.
back to an infinite loop of number 2. Shoro would then explain this further, saying that her own mother would sometimes say snide comments like, you're a gamer, so you're a loser, and would really just comment and nitpick on the smallest things. Like, even if she didn't do her makeup in the way that her mother approves, she would make a comment on that,
Yeah,
saying
super
things like,
controlling,
you're
dude.
not cute at all. This is why you're a failure. This is why you're good for nothing. Even going as far as saying, why am I so unlucky? Referring to the fact that she's her daughter. Shoro would really emphasize here, saying that she had told her multiple times, Mom, you are the biggest source of my stress. Please stop. But she had, throughout all this time, started to understand that her mom was never going to accept that because she doesn't think she's doing something wrong. She'd counter this by saying, no, that's not right. It's because you have no friends. That's probably what's stressing you out. It's probably because you're not even getting popular from streaming. Shoro would then say, Being told these things constantly at home was genuinely really stressful, you know? And I mean, I don't think
Dude,
it's hard to imagine.
literally, I bet. Like, I feel like when you become like if you when you become a content creator, it's very difficult because like you really have the odds against you. Like, you don't know if people are like you don't I don't know, like especially like in the beginning when you're trying to get growth, like you just gotta every day you gotta mentally like prepare like I'm not gonna get views right away and I just gotta keep trying and keep this like momentum up because like even if it doesn't feel like a lot, even if I don't even have a chatter today or something, like I just gotta keep going because like if I don't then I'm not gonna achieve or progress or anything. And then like I feel like you already have that like voice in your head that you're very very much trying to like lower or make disappear to tell you like you're out of your fucking mind and you're a loser, you're like all this stuff, like you're not gonna amount, blah blah blah. Like it's just in your head and now you have one that's outside of your head. It's not going away. Like you got no fucking support, and like the one person that's supposed to like give you love and support is not giving you love and support. Like unconditional love, and it's just being very hateful, very like mean. Like I get there's like realism. Like come on, dude. Like I know like there's like a point where like maybe you won't get there or something, but I don't know. I just would like to hear my parents' support. I don't know. Like I don't know. But I feel like their parents just being a little too mean about it. They're not even letting them trying to learn or like um improve or anything. They're just like completely shutting it down. I don't know. Like I don't freaking know. It fucking sucks. Like especially like even when you do get like a bit of momentum in a little study, but it's just like it's hard not to like pay attention to the numbers because I'm like, man, I wish I could like get something K like every view, but it's not really always. I don't know. Like I hope I get to that point where like I get that much views because like I feel like it gives me a bit of like security. Like it makes me feel a bit more like, whew, I'm good. I'm good today. I'm okay. But like I still be content even if I had like 500 blah 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 viewers. That's still a lot of people. And that's still a lot of motion. But I feel like when you have that voice, I don't know, like I don't freaking know. What the fuck do I know? Okay.
Right? Some of you watching might have abusive parents, some of you might have amazing parents, but just picturing yourself in the shoes of someone where their own mother tells them, you're a failure, and why am I so unlucky to have you? Yeah, I think that would ruin just about anyone's mood. Then the
Exactly.
final slide would show up in the stream. It would say, about being a VTuber. I want to really commit and work hard at being a VTuber this year, but since I've also started working a regular job, being 100% a VTuber is difficult. Of course, I'll still try my absolute hardest though. As for daily life, Shinsegumi, the agency,
Literally, like I still work at my job because I need that security blanket. Like I still have to make money, and right now I don't really get much viewers or anything like that. Like I get lucky if I get one that isn't my friend. I'm still very new, and I gotta mentally tell myself like I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna crawl out. I'm gonna crawl into the stream, the mainstream, no matter how fucking terrified I am. But it's hard, but I feel like I could definitely be doing a lot more. But it's kind of hard when like you're in the beginning and like you don't really have much momentum at all, and it's just kind of hard to like, okay, today I gotta do it. Like it's just hard because I'm like, man, I'm literally yapping to myself right now. But I'm like, I gotta try hard, like as if somebody's actually watching me. Like I gotta fucking yap. I gotta represent myself, or else who's gonna rep me? Because no one's repping me. So I gotta rep myself. But yeah, like it's rough. It's rough out here, and then you gotta stay employed, and then you got life, and I'm like, I wish I can like one day hopefully I can dedicate myself to like fully like streaming. That is the goals. I mean, that's my number one goal for now, but like I definitely want to do stuff in the future. Like I want to do a lot of projects, but I just don't have the bare minimum. So I'm really trying. So I get I it's yeah, it's rough out here, man.
Is supporting me in every way, so there's nothing to worry about at all. Also, even after physically distancing myself, my mother's persistent interference won't stop. So I want to do my best to resolve that side of things as quickly as possible. She would add on to this by saying just how grateful she is to the agency and thanking the founder and head of the agency a lot. How she wanted to keep going as a VTuber, even though her mother at the time would keep saying quit, 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 quit over and over. She'd of course thank her community for being there for her, for actually giving her compliments, for actually saying nice things as
Yeah,
opposed to her
I'm
mother.
glad that they have a community that's like actually like being supportive because like damn, you know how fucked up it is for like your own parents to like fucking hate on you, and like it's not even just like oh like you're doing a bad job like no it's like I fucking hate you kid like I you know what I mean like it's different like your stream ass but they're like no I fucking hate you my kid's ass you know like I fucking hate I like I don't think my mom's necessarily ever said like I fucking hate you you know like I think like this like she's been upset but like never to my fucking face, you know? Like I feel like it when she does say harsh stuff, it's because she thinks it's gonna like toughen me up, but it does the opposite. I'm gonna cry in the fucking corner, or I'm just like, 1 year in, 1 year out. You know, like I don't know. I mean, I try to take it to heart because I know what she's trying to relate to me, but I just hate the way she goes about it sometimes. But at least I understand what it means. But not all parents are the same, and your mom could just be dead ass fucking hate your guts and like they'll say it and they actually fucking mean it in the most harsh way. Like I don't know. I have a Latina mom, so like her words can be harsh, but I can relay that I'm like, oh, she's just like she just wants me to fucking do this, but like I know what you mean, mom. I know you care and love about me, but I just wish you weren't so mean about it, you know? I don't know.
Then, after some more talking to the chat, the stream would end. So, here was the situation. Choro was dealing with a psychopath of a mother, someone who was making her life a living hell. During this tumultuous time,
Yeah,
around
I'm
the end
glad at
of
least my mom
2023,
doesn't like make my life a living hell. She just like kind of kind of leaves me to myself a little too much. I'm like, man, I wish my mom kind of was a bit like, like, hey, daughter, I don't know, like more interested. But man, I think I've been brought up to be like very independent, a little too much independent when I need a lot to hold my hand. But I haven't been too independent to like other people apparently. So yeah, it's because I'm fucking shy as hell, dude. Like I'm scared. I'm scared cat.
or so, she would reach her limit and would decide, you know what, she's my mother, sure, but she's making my life hell. It's time to distance myself from her. This is when she would take the big decision to move out. However, in order to live
Hey,
by
let's
herself
go.
and actually support herself, she had to take on a full time job as well as continue VTubing. But here's the catch, and she mentioned this during the stream. Even though she had distanced
Yeah,
herself
I'm
physically,
glad she was able to move out because, like, I feel like when you have parents like that are fucking toxic and stuff, like, it is hard to fucking leave because they, like, mentally put you in these fucking loops or, like, I don't know, hurdles or whatever, or they actually physically make you fucking stay or, like, threaten you to fucking stay. Like, I've had, like, a couple of people were unfortunately like they were like people were trying to get them out of that like shitty household, but their parents just I don't know like parents like so like they have a horrible way of showing that they care about you. You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's like you gotta let me fucking leave. You know, like you're being fucking toxic. Like fucking I don't know, like sometimes they're actually fucking toxic. It's not even like, oh, like sometimes they're actually fucking dangerous, and you need to fucking leave, but your parents make it fucking impossible and dangerous, like I sympathize for people like that a lot because it's like it sucks when they actually do finally like they want to leave and then they can't leave because their parents make it impossible. I feel very sympathetic. I feel bad, like for people like that.
from her mother. She had gone and lived by herself, wanting to forge a new path for
And it's
herself.
not
Her
easy,
mom
especially like if you've been like bubbled up for like fucking years and you don't know shit. Like you've been like babied and bubbled up and like I don't know, kept in this type of like state. Like it's hard for you. Like where do you even fucking start? Like you don't know shit because your parents didn't teach you shit. They don't. They don't want to teach you anything because they don't want you to fucking leave. But then they also sometimes they be the fucking ones that be like get the fuck out of my house or pay for blah 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 blah. And then like I don't know. They're like, what do you want me to do this? But you didn't teach me this. Or when I do try to do this, but they won't actually fucking let you learn. Like these fucking hurdles, these fucking gymnastics, I don't know. I'm just glad my parents are like, I just want you to be able to live. You don't owe me shit. I want you to be happy. Don't even try to like have the mental think have the opinion of like you have to pay me back. Like you have to like my parents are like, I just want you to live happily. Like I want you to be able to survive. Don't worry about me. I save up money for me. You don't owe me shit. That's my parents' mentality. But I personally was hopefully one day if I ever make it, I want to I want to help my mom a lot. Even if she's like, no, don't help me. Like I'm fucking helping you, mama. I'm helping you. Accept it. Like I got myself out. I'm getting you out too.
was not leaving her alone. She kept trying to interfere and to continue making her life a living hell. Now, by this point, we genuinely had no idea how she was doing that. The only thing her fans were hoping for was that she can figure things out. Unfortunately, though, even when it came to the standard of what a crazy mother is, Choro's mom beat all and any
Oh, damn, what did
expectations you
she
would have
do?
of how far someone can take this. One could argue that leaving actually made Choro's life even more of a living hell, and
Yeah, see?
eventually her mother
Yeah, they get fucking crazy and livid. Because it's like, they got no more traction on you. So they gotta find something to get you to come fucking back or fucking be like, fuck you, bitch. Like, you fucking leave me? I'll fucking show you. I'm coming for you. Like, they get fucking spiteful and fucking evil. Like, either they fucking, like, fuck you, or they go, like, I'm gonna fucking get you. Like, it's scary. It's unpredictable sometimes.
harassment would be simply too much to bear. Japan is a country in which murder doesn't just happen every single day. Well,
Oh
at least
yeah,
for the ones that are actually reported. So
every
much so
time
that when a murder
I've watched these like Japan videos, right? These Japan videos, it is like at least like for the women that like get stalked and all this stuff like that. I mean, I don't know about the men because they don't really report it. I don't know if that's a Japan thing or if it's just like everybody thing where like men just don't report stuff because like they that misogyny or something. I don't know if that's the right word, but they're like, oh, men, blah blah blah. Like men can be victims too, but men don't speak out about it because people like also like I mean obviously they do it to women too where they're like like they like downplay it, but I feel like they downplay it a lot more for men. So it's just like men cannot be victims, type of mentality, unfortunately. But you know, like it's just unfortunate for the women too that like come out or want to come out, but like they can't because the police don't fucking do shit. They don't do shit, and then you kind of feel like you're forced to not tell the police because then they'll fucking retaliate once they come out of jail, they only stayed for fucking one day or no day. And they fucking come to get you. And it's like, you can't really move away from fucking Japan. I mean, they'll just fucking find you. Like, I don't know. Japanese stalkers are scary, okay? Like, they're more like tech savvy and stuff. And I don't know. I mean, obviously, everyone can be tech savvy. You don't have to be Japanese. But I don't know. Like, I seen that one video where I think it was like this Japanese man was talking this like um content creator, and they saw like their curtain or something, and then they did math to be like how many windows up and blah blah blah. Like, bro, how you can use this power for something else, but you want to stalk some girl that doesn't even like you. They'll never like you. Why? Why? You could like be helping solving crimes or something, but no, you're committing crimes.
Does actually happen, especially in a high profile public manner, it gets reported on all over the world because it's such a big deal. For example, you might have seen how on March 26, 2026, a female Pokemon store employee was the victim of a knife attack. But what was the motive? Was the man behind this just someone who was thirsting for death? No. In fact, he was an ex-lover. They had broken up barely a year ago, and during that entire time, he was stalking her. Of course, she would complain to the police. Of course, she would try to do something about it, but nothing happens until...
And I hate to be that person, but like this is why there's what's the word? Lonely man epidemic. Cause men are fucking scary. Okay, like, cause not saying women can't be scary or anything, but the fucking retaliation for just breaking up is like, dude, move on. Go find yourself a new girl. Like, why, just why? You know, and then sometimes like the fucking dude will always be like he'll probably be shit or like fucking cheat or do all this stuff and like all this stuff and like you're just fucking mad she broke up with you or because you weren't the one that broke up with her or I don't know, like she didn't fall for your bullshit, you know, like I don't know, like I don't, oh my god.
It's
Ah!
too late. In Japan and many other countries around the world, stalking can be done by anyone, regardless of gender and regardless of relationship. The same inefficiency goes for a mother trying to stalk their kid. And so even though Choro tried to
Yeah,
find
I
some
just
sort
think
of
it's worse
solution
when
to
it's your
make this
mom that's
stop, she
stalking
was
you.
faced
She
with a
literally
very
knows your fucking
unfortunate
social
reality. And
security,
that's the fact
your
that if she really wanted
your fucking
peace, she
info
had
and all
to
that.
graduate and cease being a VTuber. This announcement would come all of a sudden, without anyone expecting it, on May 16th, 2025, almost a year after that stream where she had explained to everyone her situation. The Shinsogumi official Twitter account would post, "We hereby report that our affiliated member, Wakarashi Choro, will be graduating from Shinsogumi as of May 31st, 2025. For details, please see below." Here's what it had to say. "Thank you very much for your continued support of Shinsogumi. Regret to inform you that Choro, a member of our team, will be graduating on May 31st,
Wait,
2025. For detailed reasons regarding her graduation..."
Is Moojang like a natural, wait, no, not natural, like, he's like a native Japanese speaker? Moojang. Cause I'm like, either he really like learned how to read, like, or maybe he's a translator and then just showed us the Japanese text, but I'm like, damn, bro, like, and cause he's also reading it in English and reading in Japanese. Ooh, multitasking skills, am I right?
Please watch the live stream on the Choro YouTube channel
Best
today, May
translator.
16th, 2025
I'm
at
ass
7 p.m.
translator.
In summary, there was a major conflict between Choro and her family, and concerns about physical interference at events and filming locations gradually caused her emotional distress, making it difficult for her to continue her normal activities. The Shinsogumi team continued discussions with her to see if there was any way to continue her activities, but rather than forcing her to continue, they respected her mental state and wishes and accepted her request to graduate. The graduation livestream is scheduled to take place on May 23rd. They would then detail how everything on her socials is going to be privated as her graduation takes place. So as this notice mentioned, Choro would also at the same time tweet that she'd be having a stream at 7 p.m. on the same day. But before we get to that, I just want to point out how, even by Japanese graduation letter standards, this wasn't really seen before. Typically, these notices are kept very simple, very straightforward and professional. Hey, this person decided to leave because they found, I don't know, some other creative avenue they want to pursue. But saying that they're leaving because of physical interference by family who was stalking them at conventions and events is definitely next level. Her audience was shocked, but even Japanese bystanders seeing this on their feed on Twitter were also shocked. Wait, what? Physical interference by family? It was very unfortunate. This was someone who was really enjoying what they were doing. Many were rooting for her, and here we were. It seemed like she was defeated. So of course, many were looking forward to her stream to see what the hell happened. Now look, obviously by now, her entire channel's been privated, okay? The only thing still there is the May 23rd graduation stream. However, right after this, she would conduct a members only stream. And that's when she would get into the nitty gritty, the shocking details about how far her mom was taking being a hate watcher. Now, the graduation stream itself would be good vibes, it'd be wholesome. She would bring on the head of her agency and she would bring on some other guests as well. Her community was also there to support her as much as they can. And as I said, this was a small community, but they were very passionate and they were very tight knit. This can truly be seen here. Now, at the end, the vibes would turn more, I don't know, tragic, sad, I guess. She'd give a little bit of a speech, thanking everyone for being there for her, for being a source of positivity when she needed it the most, but would also really make sure to remind everyone that this was a positive graduation. She wasn't leaving for negative reasons. If anything, the agency wanted her to stay. It's just that she just so happened to have found a new path she wants to pursue in life, and that's it. She'd give a motivational speech to her fans, telling them that if there's something that's stopping you from pursuing what you want in life, do it, and don't be swayed by the negative opinions of others. Then she would end the graduation stream by saying,
That's
"You don't even
pretty
have to say my
positive
name.
after
Just
everything
remembering
that
me every
happened.
once in a while would mean the world to me. See you next time." One could confidently say that Choro, even though she's went through hell on earth and had taken this decision to separate from something that she really enjoyed doing and appreciated, still managed to end on a high note. And in order to do that, I mean, it takes guts. But what exactly happened that made her want to pursue a new path? What exactly happened when it came to her family and her fear of it getting into the physical interference territory? Well, at some point during this period of graduation, she would go live on a membership only stream where she would sing karaoke songs, but would also give more details as to what exactly happened and why she wanted to separate herself from the public life. Now, look, her audience, especially her members, the people who actually paid money to be members on her YouTube channel, were already aware of her mother and how crazy she was. They
Oh,
just weren't expecting her to be this crazy. Because according to Choro, her mom would make accounts to type in her chat, and they would be hate messages, right? But seeing that she had to listen to her bicker and complain and insult her every single day, she knew exactly how she typed. She'd look to the chat panel and see her mom typing hate messages, and she'd think in her head, oh, this is my mom. Like, I might as well ban her, to which her mom would just create another account. But that's not
oh
all, of course.
damn,
Her mom would send people
persistent
to try to
much.
find where she was living, like private investigators or whatever. And whenever there was a convention or event that Shora was going to go to, she would also somehow send someone there to try and find her and maybe follow her home. At the end of the day, this mental
Why? What
strain
the
isn't
fuck
something
are
you
you
just live
gonna?
with.
What the fuck are you gonna do when you fucking get her address, dude? Like, oh my god, this shit is pissing me off. Like, let this girl fucking do her job. Like, look her. Oh my god. Oh my fuck. I'm kind of pissed, man. Oh.
Then ignore. It was starting to make her fearful of going to events, of interacting with fans, of continuing this public facing life. And so, because of this surveillance state that her mom had built around her, she found no other solution than to just graduate and focus on her full time job. It's genuinely tragic, and
It
it
really
sucks that she had to
fucking
give up something
is.
that she genuinely enjoyed doing because her mom couldn't just get a life, I guess. My heart goes out to
Exactly.
her. Look, overall, when I see stories like this, it makes me genuinely wonder how many others are there that are in Choro's shoes but aren't public personalities or just regular people that have to deal with this mental strain every single day? This is when I came across a Japanese user's comment replying to the Anime Trends tweet about Choro. They would say, Choro's mother did the same thing as the mother in the following incident. She said, "Since I gave birth to my daughter, she is a part of my body, so she must obey my commands forever." This is a
Yeah,
tendency.
fucking entitlement, man. Like, I didn't fucking ask you to fucking birth me, man. Like, I don't know, man. Like, can't you just be happy that I'm healthy and I'm living and, like, I don't want to myself, you know? Like, isn't that enough for you? Like, see, like, I'm grateful that my mom has the mentality. My mom literally, she's telling me, like, I just want you to live happy, be healthy, like, live a long life. You don't owe me nothing. Like, you don't have to take care of me. You don't have to do none of this. Like, my mom's just like, I just want you. Like, my mom's fucking, my mom fucking, my mom did so much just, like, for me and my family just to have a better life and opportunity. Like, there was no real, like, oh, I want to do this to better my life. You're like, no, I want to do this to better my kid's life than what I had growing up. You know, my mom sacrificed so much, and she doesn't, she's like, you don't owe me shit. You know, even when we're like struggling, my mom always help us at whatever grown age we are. And it just like, Oh my god. Like, I feel so bad. I feel so bad for people that have parents like this. Like, I'm not saying my parents are perfect or anything. There's probably 10 times better parents, but I'm glad at least my mom has that mentality. Like, my mom's not perfect. Like, she has flaws, but my mom isn't, thank God, not like this.
Than some Japanese mothers, to which he would link the Shiga Medical University student mother murder case Wikipedia. This was a very infamous case that happened in Japan back in 2018, where a Japanese woman had an extremely controlling mother, similar to Choro in some ways. Her mother kept pushing her to be someone that she's not, insulting her, berating her, trying to ruin her life, and so the daughter felt like the only way she could move on with her life and do what she actually wanted to do was to, well, erase the existence of her mother with a knife. Directly after doing so, she would go on Twitter on the 20th of January 2018 and would tweet out, "I defeated the monster. Now I can finally relax." This case was so fascinating for many that it had become a book and subsequently became a manga. And I can see why there's fascination about things like this. Because as I said in the intro, many people understand that with
Yeah, this
success,
kind of reminds me of like the song, like maybe because I haven't heard the lyrics in a while, but like kind of reminds me of when it goes, "Kimi no tekinai tekinai na 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 na," like you're a useless child, da 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 da, na 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 na. Like it kind of reminds me of that one where like I think if I understand correctly in the end, like the character in the song ends up killing their mom or something, and now they're like, now I'm all alone, and like,
comes hate, envy, jealousy, whatever you want to call it. You expect this from strangers, from people who've never met you or interacted with you, but you would never in a million years expect it from your mother. It's inconceivable for people who haven't experienced it, and it's still inconceivable for people who are experiencing it. And that's what Choro unfortunately had to go through. I truly wish her the best, and I hope that she's right now at this very moment living the life she's always wanted to live without anyone telling her otherwise. Take care out there, guys, and if you decide to have children one day, definitely don't make alt accounts to hate on them in the chat if they decide to become streamers. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you want to see exclusive content like videos where I yap about different topics, then definitely make sure to check out my stack.com page, which is pretty much like Patreon but better. And I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. I love you so much, platonically. Okay, platonically. Don't get any.
okay, Mujin, we get it. So this is Mujin's video, and I will link it in my YouTube subscription later. Um, but yeah, that was like I didn't think I was gonna get very emotional like about that, but I hope things get better for them, even if they don't become a VTuber again. Like hopefully they can come back and their mom's not fucking stalking them, and harassing them. Like I hope that gets solved. Like or at least like if she her real world job, like I hope she's doing good and doing good. But yeah, like I hope things get better for them. But yeah, it was I don't know if I would say nice watching this video with you, but or nice talking with you, but um it was interesting to watch together. I just hope they're doing a lot better. But yeah, I feel like I wanted to yap more, but I mean, not exhausted, but I gotta do a couple of things, so I'm gonna end the stream here. Call it a day. It was nice having this little time because I wanted to do a couple of reaction videos, but I kind of like chickened out. I don't know. I just get so jittery and anxious. Like I don't know. I get so fucking nervy. I get so fucking nervy about streaming. So I hope like we can. I hope I can get over this fucking shyness. I don't know. I don't know. I hope I get better in the future. But yeah, it was. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it a lot easier for me whenever I have to stream again. But it was quite interesting to it was quite interesting to watch this. I hope y'all have like I don't know when I'll stream again, but I hope if y'all I hope you all have a wonderful day and have a great weekend. Hopefully, I can stream soon. I gotta look at my schedule when I can stream again because I know I got a couple of 5 a.m. shifts, so I gotta be waking up super early. So, like, yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I hope if y'all ever going through this, I hope you um hope things work out for you if you're ever going through this type of stuff. Um, but yeah, hopefully things get better, and I hope you all have a great day. And yeah, see you. Bye. Bye.